sex life in the youth. With the newer advancements in the technology and the openness and little changes into the cultural norms, there is a definite changing into the trends of sex life of the youths. Trends in sex lives of the young people have evolved over time because there are several factors such as changes in societal attitudes, advancement in technology, the shifts of the cultural norms, especially all the young females have been given more values now into the society. They bring them up, bringing up of the girls have changed and they have been more empowered, and education is equal for the boys and girls in some part of the societies. So that this is another point. And these trends may vary across the different regions and culture. I'm not saying that this is the in each and every culture or each and every society, but it's definitely changed into this. Then the delayed sexual activity. In many countries, there has been a trend of the young people delaying the initiative of the sexual activity compared to the previous generations. And again, there are the factors contributing to this shift include, number one, increased access to the comprehensive sex education, greater focus on the career and education, and there is again the changing societal attitudes towards the premarital sex. Again, there is a great increased awareness into the contraceptive use, especially it has been significant increase in the awareness, number one, and the usage of the contraceptive methods among the young people. And they use condoms, birth control pills, IUCDs, emergency contraception, and availability of these methods are there, and it has contributed to decreased unintended pregnancy also and spread of the sexually transmitted diseases also. Then the technology and online platform. This has changed the thought process of all the youth as well as the change is a proliferation of the technology. Social media, there are hundreds and thousands of dating apps, has held a significant impact on the sex lives of the young people. These platforms have provided alternative avenues for the meeting of the potential partners and exploring the new sexual experiences. Technology can also present risks such as online harassment, non-consensual sharing of intimate content, and third is the potential of exploration. So though they have the changes into the thought process, but there is a harassment, there is a sharing of any content and the potential for the exploration. These are the problems are there. Now, thought about the openness about the sexuality, the growing acceptance and the openness towards the diverse sexual orientation and gender identities. There has been increased visibility of support of LGBTQ plus community. And this is the another big thing. So many movies are there, so many knowledge sharing about the LGBTQ and the community as there, and allowing people to explore their sexuality more freely is another part. And seeking out the relationship and align with their identities is another openness about the sexuality is coming up. Now the consent and the communication, what should be the sexual consent? There has been a greater emphasis on the consent and the communication of the sexual relationship. Young people are increasingly encouraged to have open and honest conversation about the boundaries, their desires, their expectation before engaging into the sexual category. That's a tremendous change in all these 4 points. And the shift aims to promote the healthier and more consensual sexual experience than it's just like a other sort of raping someone. Then the pornography, there's a widespread availability online pornography and impact on sexual behavior, expectation of the young people, and they have raised concern about the unrealistic portrayals of sex, body issues, images, potential addiction, and they all young people not consuming pornography regularly, and this influences varies from person to person. Now, impact of the future changing trends. It's predicting the exact impact of the future changing trends in the sex lives of the young people is really challenging. It depends on the various factors they can across the different regions and cultures. However, there are some potential implications that can be considered based on ongoing shifts in society and emerging patterns. There is a continued emphasis on consent and communication, focus on consent. Open communication in sexual relationship is likely to persist and potentially become even more prominent. Awareness and education about the consent increase, and young people may develop healthier attitude towards sex and prioritize the mutual respect and communication in their interaction. So there is a definitely emphasis on the consent and communication. Without consent, no sex. Without proper communication, no sex. It's very, very important. So communication and the mutual respect has grown up and they understand the points. Now there is a technology-driven changes. Technology will likely continue to play a significant role in shaping the sex lives of the young people. Dating apps, social media platform, and a virtual reality experiences may further evolve and impact of how young people initiate and maintain the relationship, explore their sexuality, and access sexual education and resources. It's crucial to consider the potential benefits and risks associated with these achievements. So technology is there, definitely there, but that is bringing the challenges, that is bringing a change, and that is continue to the shaping the sex of the young people. So evolving the attitudes toward the gender and sexuality, that's another important. There is a growing acceptance and a visibility of the diverse sexual orientation and gender identities are likely to continue, fostering an environment where young people feel more comfortable exploring and expressing their own identities and desires. And this may lead a broader range of relationship, structure, sexual practices become normalized. Mental and emotional well-being, there may be increased focus on the mental and emotional well-being of young people in their sexual lives. This includes addressing such issues such as body image concerns, sexual anxieties, the impact of online pornography, self-perception, sexual expectation, and promoting the comprehensive sex education, providing access to mental health resources can support the well-being of young individuals. Now, there is a definite shift into the sexual norm and practices. It is possible that future trends may see shifts in the sexual norms and practicing among the young people. They could include changes in a life frequency of the sexual activity. Then the re-evaluation of the traditional relationship, the structure of the marriage, what will happen to the marriages. Is this institution is going to happen? Will they like to have the only non-legal stay on relationship, or they'll move on, or they will have the traditional relationship like a marriage? It's a question and they are going to change. Then the exploration of alternative forms of intimacy and connection and evolving the landscape of the sexual practice, they influenced by the factors like changing societal attitudes, advancement in the technologies, and cultural changes. So sexual health and self-practices, young people are generally more informed about the proactive practicing safe sex. Use of condom and access to contraceptive have increased in many areas and leading to reduced rate of teenage pregnancy and sexually transmitted disease. This sexual health is definitely needed and taking change. Now, there is an increased acceptance of diverse sexual orientation and identities. There has been a growing acceptance of diverse sexual orientation and gender identities, which has created more open and inclusive environments for young people to explore their sexuality. Casual sex and hookup culture. Some young adults participating in casual sex and hookup culture often facilitated and by dating apps. And there has been a generated discussion about the implication of the sexual health, well-being, as well as the dynamics of the consent. So casual sex and hookup culture is another there. And the online dating, rise of technology, dating apps fundamentally change the way the people meet, engage into the sexual relationship. It has made a dating hookup more accessible. It has also raised concern about online safety, consent, and the impact of apps on the quality of their relationship. So the conclusion, these trends have a broad observation, may not apply universally to all young people. Additionally, societal and cultural factors play a significant role in shaping the sexual behaviors and attitudes of the youth. Another is the speculative possibility. There can be actual impact on the changing trends in the sex lives in the young people will unfold over the time. But additionally, it is essential to approach these trends, a comprehensive understanding of consent, sexual health, knowledge of sexual health, and importance of respectful and consensual relationships. Thank you so much.